and like next to their courthouse, which is another story we're going to get into on that. They want to replace the statue with a Missy Elliott statue because she is at least in an African-American term, she's the most famous person from the town globally. I still think there's other people we were looking at before we came on. There's other people from the town that could be put up in the statue, but they decided to go Missy with this route. I don't know where I feel about musical artists and statues being put up. Now, there's one thing I can't say. I know nothing about Missy Elliott's charitable efforts and anything she does humanitarian-wise. I'm sure she does it. I'm sure she has a foundation because in 2017, if you don't, somebody's going to tell about you, tell you about how you ain't giving back money. So I'm sure she has all that. I'm sure she's helped out the community. I'm sure she's built like a center or something like that. I don't have to look that type of stuff up. It's the stuff we understand about Missy Elliott. Saying that, it's just hard for me to believe a statue is the trade. Also the reasons, because they say she stands for everything that the Confederates and neo-Nazis don't stand for, which is true. She is a successful African-American woman, independently successful African-American woman. I'm not saying independent music. I mean, she's been very independent in how she's crafted this music. When Missy Elliott first came out, there was nothing like her. There were no female artists like her. She was unique. So I will give her, like, she was one of the, that's the other problem. We always joke, let's hypothetically say this happens, because it's just a petition right now. It's about 27,000 people have signed the petition online. But let's say this happens. What Missy do you use? We talk about this with the Hall of Fame, because like, who was it? Who was the player from the Mariners? Oh, Ken Griffey Jr. When he went to the Hall of Fame, this is really small, but there was the thing about, do you put the hat backwards or do you put it forward? Yeah, and this is small. This is a small detail. Now think about Missy Elliott, a woman that's lost a lot of weight since she first became famous. How do you gonna spend this? Because you can't put big Missy up there, but then you put small Missy up there and then Missy Elliott's like, no, you should have put the big one up there because that's when I was like, I actually think Missy Elliott might actually be okay with the big statue.
Yeah, because she came out
right.
And I think that's the one thing I'm proud of. Is the fact that she came out to make Mother's Day and big girl similar. So like I said, you're treading water when it comes down to the statue. You might. What I was gonna say is I don't have the name in front of me, but there was the first black mayor of the town passed away in 2012. Y'all can give him a statue, or just give another. This is something else I've been coming up with these statues and taking them down. Is a lot of people keep on trying to find black people to replace the statues with. That's not what's guaranteed needs to happen. I'm not even saying when the statues get torn down that there needs to be another statue. You might even still want to put a plaque there that talks about the statue that was there. But when it comes to this, this is a far left thing to me. I love Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott's cool. Her town wants to show something. Build a community center and put her name on it. You could do any, first thing, that's the other thing, is I don't think statues mean that much. I think it's cooler when you have Obama Academy up there. That to me is a long-standing thing when you have a name of a school or community center. That's something that's going to be there for a minute unless a natural disaster comes. That's where I would really go. I know, if your town has that much of a racist statue, I bet one of your schools is named after somebody from the Confederacy. Because I found out there's 300 schools named after Robert E. Lee, which blows my mind. So yeah, name the elementary school after Missy Elliott, or the community center y'all about to build, or something. But I don't really believe that the Missy. I would rather have her name on something than just have a full-blown statue. That's more something for the Wax Museum to me. What's the pose for Missy?
Yeah. Well, yeah. What is the pose? Again, this is why this is.
What's Missy's pose? You guys.
Every question is valid in this one. What's the pose? Well, everything. It's a confusing argument. And again, you know what else makes me question this is that Tupac memorial down in Atlanta doesn't look like Tupac at all to me. At all.
Why is it Atlanta?
I don't know. But yeah, there's a Tupac memorial that looks nothing like Tupac. And there's also a Martin Luther King memorial down in Atlanta that doesn't look that much like Martin Luther King. So doing these statues is a dangerous slope. Pittsburgh, I will admit, does it nicely when it comes to the statues that aren't in the news. All the statues around the PNC Park, Hannes Wagner's or Roberto Clemente's, those look beautiful. So you got to go to the right person, man. You got to go to the right person. And we might be past that time. There might not be a lot of good sculptors left. This isn't a job that I think there's more people sculpting stuff on the computer.
That's what I'm saying. There's so much. You can do a 3D print or something. Get a better.
I ain't think about that. I didn't think about that. Shout out to Google and the 3D printing schemes going on down there. But yeah, like I said, think about this Pottsmouth. It is Pottsmouth. I'm sorry. Pottsmouth, Virginia. Think about this, please. Next story. Y'all remember Krayshawn? Y'all remember Gucci, Fendi, Prada, and all that shit? She's been in the news recently because she told the world why she got out the rap game. It will never cross your mind why this woman got out the rap game. Maybe because she wasn't that good of a rapper. Maybe because she had some other calling, like Jesus or something. No, there wasn't any of that. She believed that she had an unfair advantage to the black sisters out there in the music industry, which might be true. Ask Iggy Azalea. The problem is, it sounds like she's saying this in a way that makes it look like she did somebody a favor. Like she did y'all a favor. Like, hey, for all y'all black sisters out there doing music, Krayshawn got out the game for y'all to have a chance. She said that shit like Jordan retiring for 2 years to give the Rockets a chance to go get them chips. That's exactly what I imagine. Like, I left for they can get some titles in here that wouldn't be Bulls all 90s. That's what Krayshawn just told y'all. Which Krayshawn had one hit song, and she had a beef with Rick Ross. That's it. And her hit song featured Gucci, so we can like level off how much of a hit song it was. No disrespect to Gucci, but your biggest feature was the Mariah Carey track. And that was because Mariah Carey was out here trying to ether Eminem. So yeah, like I said, Krayshawn, it was a nice try. You ain't dropping no more music, hopefully. So, oh yeah. Side note: if you don't remember Krayshawn, she was also a white chick that was out here saying "nigga" in her songs. Let's not even forget about that. That's the real reason she ain't got no career no more. So yeah. On the flip side, we was talking about Mystical yesterday. We're gonna come back to Mystical a little bit, but we're gonna hit you with my mind's telling me no, and the age is telling you no too. But his body told him yes, and that's R. Kelly. Now he's being accused of having one of those girls be 16, which I think like the first or second show on the live that we did, I said the only reason that R. Kelly is still somewhat in the okay area is that these women are all 18 and up, which I'm not saying is a good thing because this man's almost 50, but it was legal and we need to leave him alone if it was legal. They're saying the one girl's 15 and that they started having sex when she was 16. I'm tapping out. I'm sorry. Again, like I said before, we'll be bumping Ignition and bumping Grind until I die, but don't expect me to listen or talk about any new R. Kelly music until this nigga clears his name. And even then, we're still in a wavy area. On the Mystical side of things, Mystical turned himself in today, and he has a couple people on his side saying that the woman that is accusing him is lying. First and foremost, I will not address the idea of that woman lying until they come out with a press conference from like the police saying she's lying, because the biggest issue in America when it comes to rape is the fact that people want to make it sound like the woman's always lying. I would like to avoid that right here, right now. Saying that, Mystical is also innocent until proven guilty. So I'm just gonna let this run the court system until we figure this out. Because this is the end of Mystical's career. If this is true, it's over. There ain't no record labels, there ain't no more Bruno Mars songs, it's over. So, like I said, I hope Mystical, like in my heart, see, this is where it's weird. I don't want to hope that some woman just lied on Mystical about rape, because that's not right either. But I also don't want Mystical to be a rapist. It's a rock in the hard place. I don't know who that woman is, but if she was really hurt, she deserves justice. But I still don't want to be out here seeing brothers out here being called rapists. So I gotta wait, and you'll get an unfiltered reaction whenever I find out what's really the truth. But as of right now, Mystical's accused of rape, and that's all I know. Last thing before we head off to our break. Again, I know for a fact soon, it's either next week or the week after that, we will be reviewing Ace Hood's new mixtape. Saying that, Ace Hood came out and did some interviews the last couple of days and was talking. And of course, the big question for Ace Hood recently is, how did the breakup with Cali go? He explains it. He explained that in his pursuit for the next hit, he wanted to do different things and do different type of songs and have different features. And he said he felt like there wasn't a full agreement. between him and Def Jam and We the Best, which people also got to remember, it just wasn't Khaled. He had to answer to Def Jam too. And he left. So it's a simple breakup. Now, this is the interesting part to me. And I guess I could say the same thing because I have not seen my old, I guess we could call semi-boss from my last show since I left the last show. Ace Hood said it took about a year before, and this is a complete different situation. I'm just not looking, I respect the person, but I just haven't been looking to go have this conversation. Ace Hood was actually afraid to go speak to Khaled because whenever he left Khaled, it was just when Khaled shot off, Snapchat and all that stuff. And he said he didn't want to come back looking for something. He missed being able to know the person Khaled. I guess it was legitimate friendship. He swore about not talking to Khaled. Because he's like, I don't want to go and talk to Khaled and have it look like I'm trying to jump on his wave. So I can imagine that Ace Hood and Khaled didn't leave on bad terms. He just thought it was a time for a new start. So I can imagine that. Like, not every breakup in a record label is Birdman and Wayne or Dame and Jay. Like, not every time that happens is how it goes. I feel like it's a majority because it's life and people's money. But Ace Hood is a little different in this aspect. And it's interesting because we always look at DJ Khaled as the man that'll let you do whatever you want as long as it's good. So to hear that there was some type of business gripe between Ace Hood and DJ Khaled, it's interesting. Like I said, I don't look at that. I don't look any worse at DJ Khaled because I don't know what DJ Khaled is supposed to do for him. Like, I really don't. He had hits, but he never had the CD. Like there's plenty of Ace Hood hits. Go and Get It, Cash Flow, Bugatti, even though Bugatti was really generic to me.
That big hit.
So like, right. And I said this about Meek a couple days ago because I actually like Ace Hood compared to Meek Mills, but they have the same issue. Making songs for women in the lovey-dovey sense doesn't work for you. Something I think that's also hurt your career a couple times. And I think you just have that lane. Like I said, I think if Ace Hood could get back up to around that fabulous level where you're famous to everybody, but we just don't need you on the top 100 hits. But you're famous, you're respected, people know who the fuck you are. Mm-hmm. That's where Ace Hood needs to get back to. How he does that, I have no clue. Like I said, but I will be reviewing his new album soon. Saying that before we go on the break, remember tomorrow, Rap Jury will be 21 Savage, Isa,
21.
Izza or Isa. And the other album will be Dizzy Wright, The Golden Age 2. So we're gonna rock with 2 this week. I'm pushing hard to get many local reviews up here soon. Shout out to Big Just, but we're gonna get this done. So again, Unfiltered, your boy Jay Skyline, GM Worldwide Radio. We will be right back. Enjoy some good music on the radio side. Again, go get you some food, get a bathroom break on the YouTube side. Be right back.